I have been a fan of Rainbow Six Siege for about 2 years. Yeah, I was kind of late. I came at the very beginning of year 2. And through all the changes, like different operators that would contradict or make other operators useless, or maps getting a little bit simplified for an esports experience, I still stood next to the game. And I did because I love the core mechanics. I like the community that's surrounded it. I like the memes. I like the lore. All of these things were great all together. But throughout all of that, nothing has made me leave until now. For year 3, season 4, Ubisoft has released that they are doing aesthetic changes to appeal to a Chinese market. Now, taking all emotion out, it makes sense. Going through the blog, it does say that they want a single global version, they want it to be future-proof, and it will not change the core of the game. In the sense of you still get the melee, you still get the shoot. And this will bring a unified experience that will bring the Chinese market into the world, which, because of how strict the Chinese are, this is, I see positives in this. But you're taking and ripping the soul out of Rainbow Six in the process. Doing something like this, honestly, is bending to the whims of a communist regime in order to strip a game out of your artistic value. Because in the core of Rainbow Six Siege, it is a tactical shooter based around realism, which I know in the comics it's not real fully, but that's what the core is. In an environment that did get scuffled up, that's why you have broken glass, broken things, knocked over stuff. And then you're ordered to either defend the bomb or the hostage, or you're supposed to take out the terrorist to save the hostage. And that was great. And you needed things like blood animation. You needed things like a knife. You needed things, skulls on people's faces like Caveira, in order to emphasize that character, in order to make that game seem based in realism. And a lot of these changes are being taken away, like Jaeger's helmet where he has the skull and glasses. Like, why would you fucking do that? You're taking away people's purchases. But continuing on with their blog, they're changing things like the action feet icons, which are, no joke, a huge core of the game. Like, these, no joke, are very basic symbols. You see the melee icon, you know someone got knifed, but now you're getting punched, which that's like Halo. Like, it made sense in Halo because they're super soldiers, but here it doesn't. You don't punch a guy first to kill you. You knife him in the neck, and it's based on realism. The death icon, we know the skulls. We know the skull and cross, but now it's being changed to a person in the chest. Like, why? And then you go down to something like biker gang, and then the changes just get absolutely worse, because this is the biker gang's hideout, and they're not the kindest people in the world. Of course, their icon's gonna be like a skull and a hood, but now it's a dude in a hood. Then you're taking away slot machines, where, like I said, this is a roughed up gang. And they obviously drink and gamble, and now you're taking that away. Or the bloodstains in an area, like I just said, these places were roughed up. They're not in a good condition for a reason. And now you're taking bloodstains away. And then finally, going back to biker gang, you're taking the dancing pole girl, which has been a very huge iconic thing in that gang. And once again, in the setting, it makes sense. But they replace it to a pointing finger? Stuff like this, where you bend to the whims of a communist regime, is sickening. Is this as bad as a Pakistan man sentenced to death for blasphemy on Facebook, where he's insulting the Prophet Muhammad? This happened in Pakistan, and a guy died over Facebook doing this. And Facebook did this in order to have a share in Pakistan. I believe this is worse. This is straight up worse than what Siege is doing. But the point still remains. Rainbow Six Siege is bending to the whims of a government, of a tyrannical government. This is not like what Call of Duty and other World War II games have done, where they had to censor the swastika in place of the Iron Cross because Germany's censorship wouldn't allow it. And as much as it sickens me, I've never not bought a game because of that. I've not bought World War II because it was a too simple design. There was no highs and lows. It was a 3-lane map. I did not want to support that. Thus, not having swastikas angered me, but I still would have gotten it if it was a good game. And this, it would have been just better. It would have made sense. It would have stood with your morals. It would have stood next to freedom of speech and individualism of saying, this is our product. If you don't like it, okay, we'll make a designated server. There should have been a Chinese version with these changes. But no, it's affecting the whole global community. And places like America, where it's a bastion of freedom, where you can show about anything, and it's considered art because it is art. This, I can't stand. I cannot stand to this. I cannot stand for somebody who advocates for freedom of speech when you are censoring the whole world. That's another reason why I don't use Google, among all things. Is because they do this. They pander to places like China, or they pander to places like the EU, which thus results into censorized results. I cannot stand for this. I will not stand for this. So what even gets me worse is, look, I made this icon, and I was in the middle of writing a script for a video talking about a meaningful experience in games. And Rainbow Six Siege was going to be a huge part of saying how to do a modern game right. But now I'm scrapping that idea in total because of shit like this. Anyway, I know this is a little ranty, but this honestly disgusted me to the point that I could not just go on silent. Ubisoft, if you're watching this, and I hope you are, I hope you're looking at the outcry, please change this. Please let the Chinese market be in a little container. Do not sacrifice yourself for a global experience, as simple as that is. Stand in your morals, stand in freedom of speech, stand in your artistic game, stand behind your product. Don't bend over for a Chinese government and take it up the ass. That's it. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, you were the audience. I was Desert Lad, and I'm gonna play Black Ops 4. Fuck this.